And it's literally less than 24 hours ever since Miss Chidimma Onwe was crowned Miss Universe Nigeria, and South Africans are back again on the hate train. And I saw this coming, to be honest. I saw it coming, and I knew that if Miss Kwara doesn't win the Miss Nigeria pageant, they are most likely going to attack Chidimma. And mind you, a lot of Nigerians were speculating that Chidimma is going to win this competition because the Miss Universe Nigeria competition is allegedly rigged. A lot of things were said. Nigerians, some, I'm not going to say majority of them, but the ones that were open enough to share their opinions about the Chidimma issue stated that they felt as though it was a given that she was going to win the competition, regardless of whether she was good or not, regardless of whether the other contestants put in enough effort to win the competition. They are going to disregard that. And they just want to prove a point to South Africa that they accept Chidimma. And now they are bringing back, so South Africa is bringing back the fraudulent ID case, and they are saying a lot on the Twitter streets, on the X street, I mean. I feel like we really need to let go of this whole Chidimma story. And also, the authorities are aware now. I mean, the Hawks are involved. They're investigating the case. Chidimma's parents have a lawyer. I mean, we really don't have to be involved in the entire process of what's going on with Chidimma and her legal case, which I don't think it's against her. It's with the mother, with the parents. So we really need to move on and focus on other things. We have more pressing issues. We have corruption issues that we need to look at. Yes, there's cases like Chidimma that also need to be addressed, but let's focus on the corruption first. Let's focus on the government. Let's focus on fixing home affairs before we attack Chidimma. It's like we are forgetting that the actual source is home affairs. The actual source is the government itself, which is corrupt. Let's fix that. And then Chidimma, obviously the cases of Chidimma and other people who have similar cases will be solved if we fix home affairs, fix the corrupt politicians. But yeah, let's go through the comment section of what some of the Twitter users said. So one of them said, Chidimma Vanessa Adicina robbed a South African of an identity, and then Chidimma Vanessa Onwadicina robbed a Nigerian of her rightful place. This is after a group of hopeful Nigerian citizen women spent months and months preparing to represent their country, and she came and stole someone else's dream. She is currently under investigation by South African authorities regarding her citizenship status. Despite this, she has been awarded the title of Miss Universe Nigeria. I wish the Minister of Home Affairs clearly stated, where Chidimma stands in this case. Remember, the people who committed the crime is Chidimma's mother and father, allegedly, who's also implicated in this case. And they stated that Chidimma's mother stole someone else's identity, and they found the original owner of the ID. And Chidimma's mother registered Chidimma's birth under that fake identity, which makes Chidimma's identity null and void. And remember, Chidimma's father is Nigerian, and Chidimma's mother is Mozambican. And then they stole someone's identity who is a South African citizen, right? So meaning Chidimma has two parents who are foreigners, so she's not South African. Fine. And then they registered Chidimma, and it's alleged that Chidimma came into the country when she was 3 years old, meaning she wasn't born here in South Africa. So Chidimma was registered when she was 3 years old in 2001, and then she was a South African citizen under fraudulent circumstances. So fine. Meaning Chidimma's citizenship has been revoked. That's what they said. And they also stated that Chidimma is allowed to leave the country for a period of 90 days. Meaning she can go to the Miss Universe Nigeria and compete there, and then come back within that 90-day frame to fix her legal issues, which is the citizenship and her ID document here in South Africa. And also, mind you, Chidimma is a dual citizen. Was a dual citizen. She had a citizenship here in South Africa and also in Nigeria. So the one in South Africa has been revoked, right? And then the one in Nigeria hasn't been revoked because one of her parents is Nigerian, even though she wasn't born in, we don't know. but one of her parents is Nigerian. If she was to register or try and get a citizenship in Mozambique, she would qualify because her mother is Mozambican. What she doesn't qualify for is the South African citizen. But they also stated that if she does want to, if she does want to become a citizen, she has to, I don't know, they explained not a long process, but they said she could qualify to, become a citizen if she applies to the right channels. So South Africans also said the following. And then this user said, getting the crown same way she got SAID. I feel like at this point, people are choosing to be ignorant. They are choosing that they are not going to listen to anything that the minister is saying, and they simply want Chidimma to be arrested. And I understand the frustration that South Africans are currently facing, and they don't like seeing the fact that Chidimma wasn't actually the one that committed the crime, it was the parents. So Chidimma really has nothing to do with any of this. She was an innocent bystander. She was a child when all of this was happening. So we can't blame a child who really had no idea what was going on to begin with. And then we want to arrest the very same child who was implicated in something she wasn't aware of. She didn't know what was going on. So people want her to be arrested. And now people are angry that they even made Chidimma the Miss Universe Nigeria. I feel like at this point we really need to let it go. Like, we need to let this whole Chidimma issue go, and the authorities will deal with it. And then another user said, I don't understand how this one went to Nigeria without identity or visa. She spent many years in South Africa and went to Nigeria for about 2 weeks without ID and win Miss Nigeria. It shows there is no beautiful lady in Nigeria. SAID. I don't understand what that means, but again, I'm highlighting that a lot of people didn't really listen to what the minister said, that you are allowed to leave for 90 days while pending investigation. And then as long as she comes back within the 90 days, she really didn't break any law. She was also a Nigerian citizen, as I stated prior. And then obviously there's the petty South Africans that are just happy that Chidimma won the Miss Nigeria competition, and they're happy that she's going to come back with the crown to South Africa. So this user said Nigerians are acting strong, but deep down they crumbled. I love South Africans. We are the punishers. Chichi won, and all those girls had to watch her snatch that crown like she snatched that SAID. Petty. But okay, it says this win was to spite SA. No one can tell. No one can tell me otherwise. Because mind you, we changed our mind about Chidimma all of a sudden in just a matter of hours, and then all of a sudden South Africans were voting for Miss Kwara because honestly, I was happy about the Miss Kwara one because it made sense. And she would represent a lot of everyday South Africans, and also she would have, she would have been a good role model in terms of like she's educated, she has an NGO, she's doing a lot for herself, and also she's promoting body positivity, which is a good thing because it's not every South African that can look like Chidimma, who can be skinny and tall and pretty, and a lot of these standards that they require for you to compete or to qualify for Miss South Africa or Miss anything pageant. And also, disclaimer, it's not every South African that's angry that Chidimma won. I feel like a lot of them are happy. I feel like there are, South Africans that are trying to move on from this Chidimma story. There are South Africans that understand that Chidimma really didn't play any part in any illegal activity. She's really just trying to live her life. And instead, and also she did mention, before I finished that sentence, she did mention that she struggled with some mental health issues when all of this was transpiring, and she went through a lot. And I understand, honestly. Chidimma's young, everyone. She is young. Even if we are choosing to ignore the fact that Chidimma is a person, she's young, and she really didn't deserve to have all of this hate thrown at her. But I understand also the frustrations that South Africans have, in terms of like all this corruption that's going on in the world, in South Africa specifically, and and the fraudulent identity theft thing, and the Nigerians, not Nigerians specifically, but the foreigners that are, that are stealing people's identity, stealing jobs. And, I feel like South Africans just need someone to blame for all the problems that we're facing. They want to pinpoint where these problems are stemming from. And at this point, I feel like they are directing this energy at the wrong person. And yeah, man, let's let Chidima enjoy her day for today, man. Let's let her enjoy her winning the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant. Let her be happy. And I don't think everyone hates the fact that Chidima won. It's just those few South Africans that are angry, and which is justified, but let's let it go. You are directing this energy at the wrong person. And I know you won't like this opinion, but it is fine. Please let us know what you think on the comment section. If you feel like she deserved to win, I saw like there was a lot of potential in Nigeria. There are a lot of people who I felt like could have, they should have won, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not the judge. I don't know how they rate these pageant queens. But yeah, let us know what you think on the comment section regarding Chidima winning the Miss Nigeria universe. And also, do you feel like this was a fair win? Do you feel like Chidima was unfairly, awarded this title because the judges might have felt sorry for her? Or I don't know. I can't think of any other reason. But do you feel like Nigerians made sure that Chidima won the competition just so that they can spite South Africans? Because some felt like, Nigerians just wanted to spite us and they didn't want Miss Kwara to win because she didn't fit the standard. But yeah, let us know what you think on the comment section, and do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.